Hello bachcho. In the continuation of the previous video, again I am going to make a cell, but this time we will be dealing with the plant cell. So first of all, here is a plasma membrane. I am going to use again the squarish one, rectangular one. So it will be quite easy for you. So this is your plasma membrane of the plant cell, and of course we know that the plant cell contains cell wall. So I am going to draw a cell wall outside this plasma membrane. Sometimes the secondary cell wall is also there. When we talk about the secondary cell wall, then secondary cell wall will be deposited just below the plasma membrane. This yellow color line is indicating you the plasma membrane. It is like this one, and this red color line present outside the yellow line is termed as primary cell wall, and beneath the yellow line is indicating you secondary cell wall. So I am making both the cell wall over here very clearly. If you will draw only the outer one, it is again correct, because in all the cells, that means in all the plant cell, the deposition of the secondary cell wall is not mandatory, like this one. Going to draw the nucleus, simple nucleus, just like the plant cell. So the nucleus is indicating you that the double membrane bounded structures, and nucleus at one corner I am going to draw. This is the nucleus, again with two membrane, so surrounded by one second, like this one. Inside it the chromatin thread is again there, so this is the chromatin thread. Now I am going to draw only the specific features. 4 chromatin I am going to draw once again, 4 chromatin threads, and inside it there is a rounded structure termed as nucleolus. Again the ER will be there, just like the animal cell, just like the animal cell, the endoplasmic reticulum will be there into the same manner. So the ER is present like this one, the same rough and smooth. So I am not going to explain that one once again. And if the ribosomes are attached, then they are termed as the rough ER, and the ribosomes are not attached. In that condition, they are termed as the smooth one. So in this video, I am going to teach you what is the difference in the plant cell and animal cell. So all those cell organelles which were there, which we have already completed into the animal cell, there are the specific one like centrosome and lysosomes, they are absent in plant cell. So my first duty is to write down the name of the cell just below the diagram, that it is a plant cell. Important thing is this one. The specific function of the plant cell is that mostly it contains a very large vacuole. This vacuole is filled with the water, vacuolar sap, sometimes food, sometimes anthocyanin, it is a type of pigment also. So this vacuole is filled with the vacuolar sap. Vacuole is surrounded by a membrane. This membrane is to be termed as tonoplast, TONOPLAST, name of the membrane. If we are using the term membrane, it is again made up of lipid and protein. Then another specific character, cell wall, made up of cellulose, and the secondary cell wall is made up of lignin. Next thing is, if Golgi body is there, in this condition the Golgi body is to be termed as dictyosome. The name is DICTYO, dictyosome, same for the Golgi body. No lysosomes, no centrosome, cytoplasm is present, even the ribosomes are also present in the scattered way, but one specific cell organelle is also there, and that is to be termed as plastid. And as you also know, we know that one of the plastid is the chloroplast, and as this chloroplast contain a green pigment, so green pigment, that is chlorophyll, that is why I am using this green color over here, and this is actually the plastid. When we move according to the size, so the nucleus will be the largest one, and the second place will be occupied by the chloroplast. So I am going to write down the labeling of this one, chloroplast. Okay. In this chloroplast, this plastid is are of 3 types. So I am going to elaborate one by one. And the tonoplast, The vacuole which is present, going to label this one also VACUOLE, vacuole. The fluid part is to be termed as cytoplasm. When we include nucleus, then it is termed as protoplasm. The place where there is no cell wall is termed as pit, P-I-T. Pit, membrane is there, but the cell wall is not there. Now, going to explain you a specific character. A specific characters means the first of all plastid. So, P-L-A-S-T-I-D-S. Types of plastids present into the plant cell are of three types. Mitochondria is also there into the plant cell. Going to change the color and going to show you that the mitochondria is there. But as I taught you already into the animal cell, so I am not going to elaborate. The main function is that is aerobic respiration. This is mitochondria. Do the labeling this one. Mitochondria. D-R-I-A. Alright. Now come on the topic, that is very specific thing is which is present to the plant cell, that is termed as a plastid. Plastids are of three types, basically three types. Number one, termed as leuco, L-E-U-C-O, leucoplast. You just focus on this point. The meaning of leuco is colorless, just like WBC. For WBC we use the term leukocyte. Cyte means cell, leuco means colorless. Here we are using the term leuco and then plast. So, the definition of this leucoplast is colorless plastid. Second one is termed as chromo, C-H-R-O-M-O, chromoplast. And the last one, the third one is to be termed as, that is last one, chloroplast. Now come one by one. Going to start with this chloroplast. This chloroplast contain this chloroplast. Here is the structure. Just see this one. This is the structure. You just take out here only and going to show you that what kind of the structure it is. The chloroplast is also surrounded by the double membrane. This time when we talk about the term membrane, again made up of lipid and protein, and inside this chloroplast chlorophyll are present. The chlorophyll are the pigment molecule which are green in color. This is the structure of chloroplast. Inside this chloroplast a green pigment is present, that is termed as chlorophyll. Now the question arises that what is the function of this chloroplast? The main function is that is termed as photosynthesis, S-Y-N-T-H-E-S-I-S, photosynthesis. Now here the meaning in the second one, this is the third one, this is third, started from the latest one, third one. Now the come on the second one, the meaning of chromo is color, C-O-L-O-U-R. That means the plastid which is having different colored, they are termed as the chromoplast. So the location of these, that they are present in the plant cells, those cells which are there into the colored flower, colored flower, like when a pigment xanthophyll is there, X-A-N-T-H-O-P-H-Y-L-L, xanthophyll. This xanthophyll is responsible for the yellow color. It is here like this one. Xanthophyll is responsible for the yellow color. Xanthophyll is there inside the chromoplast. Another is also termed as, one more pigment is there, it is termed as carotene. It is responsible for orange color and it is again there inside the chromoplast. So different types of colored fruits and colored flowers, these pigments are there inside this chromoplast. And the first one, which is termed as the leucoplast, this is there for the colorless plastid. This one, third one, it is termed as colorless plastid. They are responsible for storage of food. For example, in case of potato, this is potato, right? Starch is stored starch stored, S-T-O-R-E-D, stored inside leuco, L-E-U-C-O, leucoplast, right. In the same way, not only the starch, this is written as starch, that in certain colorless plastid, in leucoplast, oil is stored, in certain lipid is stored, oil lipid is the same thing, I hope so. Next one, and starch, oil, and of course in some one that along with the oil it is fat is stored, and in some one the protein is stored. So on the basis of their types and of course the components, seed, right, or potato is the stem. So in this way we can say that the plastids which are there into the plant cell only, I am going to show you that it is there into the plant cell. I have made only one here, that is the chloroplast, but these three different kinds of plastids are there into the plant cell. This is very specific one, specific character of the plant cell. Cell wall is also the specific one. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, L-U-L-O-S-E, cellulose, right. Now the main component, that is nucleus, which is a common in between both plant cell and animal cell. So I am going to take out this part also, nucleus, and going to draw it separately. In what way? As I have already used the yellow color over here and the thread is, chromatin thread is of green color. So I am going to make the structure of nucleus separately. So what we are going to draw, that is Nucleus, as it is there into your syllabus of class 9. So I am making it very neatly. Listen here. Single nucleus is surrounded by double membrane like this one. Only nucleus it is inside any kind of the cell except the prokaryote. Double membrane is this one, and of course the place which is vacant, it is to be termed as nuclear pore. Nuclear pore. Now this nucleus contains dense thread like structure, and I am going to make only 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it is filled with a fluid also termed as nucleoplasm. So it is like this one. At one end of the thread, in a single one, there is a rounded structure, and which is not actually bounded by a cell membrane, only accumulation of something. This is ribosomal RNA, and this rounded structure is to be termed as nucleolus, N-U-C-L-E-O, then L-U-S, nucleolus, not the nucleus, right. Then this thread like structure is termed as chromatin thread, T-H-R-E-A-D. In your book, this diagram is also related with the animal cell, so they are indicating the centrosome also, but I have simply drawn the nucleus over here for a common eukaryotic cell. If I am going to draw a boundary line to show you that it is a cell, consider this is a cell, making a cell like this one, and a well developed nucleus is present in such kind of cell, or of course if the nucleus is present, then we use the term eukaryotic cell. What is the meaning? The meaning is U is a Greek word equals to good or well, W-E-L, well, and the second term is karyotic, karyon, K-A-R-Y-O-N. The meaning of karyon is nucleus. That means the cell which contains well developed nucleus is to be termed as eukaryotic cell. Now I am going to draw a simple bacteria in front of you, and what is it? That this is the cell, this is the membrane of the bacteria. It's also a kind of cell, it's a cell, and if this bacteria contains a cell wall around it, so I am going to make a cell wall also, but in the center there is no nucleus at all. In the center there is no nucleus, in the center there is a circular DNA. So in place of chromatin network there is a simple DNA. The DNA is made up of it is to be termed as deoxyribonucleic acid, like this one. So you can observe that in this bacterial cell TERIA there is no nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is totally absent. This cell does not contain any double bounded cell structure like mitochondria, like chloroplast, like Golgi body, like ER. Ribosomes are there, so I am going to make the ribosomes, but these ribosomes are smaller in size and these ribosomes are scattered inside the cytoplasm of this prokaryotic cell. So, the ribosomes, the main function of the ribosome, it is similar just like a eukaryotic cell, like this is protein synthesis, but these ribosomes are to be termed as 70S type ribosome. It is ribosome. So, there is no chromatin network, right. I hope that now the concept is clear that what is the meaning of the chromatin network. Now, what is the meaning of the chromatin thread? That means this chromatin thread which is there into the eukaryotic cell, it is later on responsible for making chromosome, CHROMOSOME. Now, going to take out this part which is termed as chromosome, chroma color, soma body. So, this is chromosome. Chromosome is actually made up of the chromatin thread. Now, after this prokaryotic, this bacteria is actually prokaryotic. Meaning of the karyotic is clear to you, that is nucleus, and pro means primitive. Pro equals to PRIMITIVE. Now, the last one, that the heading is chromosome, alright. That means chromatin thread, CHROMATIN, chromatin thread. Later on, when it will be converted into the condensed form, READ, I hope that I have done some error in writing this one, right. This is chromatin thread, 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 right. This chromatin thread is like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 inside the nucleus, it is there inside the nucleus. Ultimately, it is responsible for making chromosome. And what is the structure of chromosome? These chromosomes are actually visible like this one. Not going to change the color, otherwise it will be confusing for you. Simple chromosome is made up of two thread like structure like this one. Now the question arises, what are there on the chromosome? Genes are present. Genes, GENES. Genes are there on the chromosome, and these genes are made up of DNA, and the full form of the DNA is deoxyribonucleic nucleic acid. For making this chromosome, what is required? This chromosome, that means this one, this is the chromosome. For making this chromosome, what is required? The requirement is DNA, this one, plus histone protein. So, it is there into your syllabus. I hope I have completed the whole soul chapter, sir. So, bye-bye.